everyone. As yesterday marks week 9 of college football, and it was another exciting week. I'm a big time UT fan, and we we did the unthinkable yesterday. We was down 31-14 in the fourth quarter. 12 minutes left in the fourth. We came all the way back and won it in overtime. Arch Manning went down. He went down in the end of the game, and Caldwell came in and threw the game-winning touchdown. Arch Manning threw for 4 touchdowns, like 346 passing yards. And we started out rocky on offense and defense. Couldn't really get much going on the run game, but we came back and won. I almost wanted to turn it off, but I kept hope, and we took the lead. We took the dub. So we escaped in Mississippi State. We escaped with a W. And like I said, we came all the way down from 31-14 with 12 minutes left. It was 38-21 with 9 minutes left. And we came all the way back. We had the game time punt return for a touchdown. Like I said, we won it in overtime with a game-winning TD. So, we was ranked number 21 last week, but we had a close game against Kentucky. And now this week we had another close game against Mississippi State. So with all these close games with unranked teams, it kind of, meshes you up in the top 25. So who knows how the rankings will go. On top of that, there was a lot of teams that took L's yesterday. So a lot of things going to get switched around. Like I said, it's a new era. Teams aren't just really going the whole season unbeaten. A lot of teams are hungry for that top 12 spot. They're doing whatever it takes to get in. So you just never know who you're going to lose to. You can't underestimate anyone nowadays. It's what makes it even more exciting. But let's get into these scores. Virginia ranked 16. They beat North Carolina 17-16. North Carolina went for the guts and glory, and they went for a 2-point conversion after they scored. Instead of kicking a field goal, they wanted it all. They had nothing to lose, and I don't blame them. But the risks sometimes don't go as planned. Football is a game of inches, and they got stopped right at the one on their 2-point conversion. So Virginia remains at number 6. Who knows? They might want to talk about moving them up to the top 12. Because they're playing some good football and got one loss. It's good to see a team like Virginia, playing some good football. It's a new team. It's good to see. Not saying they're a new team, but it's good to see teams that's having rough seasons finally, have some good games going. You might want to talk about, like I say, moving them to the top 12 because Missouri lost to Vanderbilt. And Missouri's ranked like 15. Missouri lost 17-10. Vanderbilt also been playing some good football. They got Pavia at quarterback, who's been looking great. Last year, he had a good season as well. And they are pick it up right where they left off. Like I said, they beat Missouri. Missouri is ranked 15. Not anymore. It won't be ranked 15. So a lot of things finna get switched around. As Ole Miss, they beat Oklahoma 34-26. That was a good game. And Oklahoma was ranked 13, so they get knocked back as well. And Lane Kiffin and Ole Miss, they had that one loss to Alabama, but other than that, they've been looking damn good. We'll see how they continue to play as the seasons go on. But also, Texas A&M, they beat LSU. LSU was a good team this year, and they at first it looked like it was going to be a good game, but A&M, they took off. Marcel Reed looking like the best quarterback in the country right now. And A&M is looking like one of the best teams in the country, as they rank number 3. Like I say, you just never know what happened. Upsets happen every week nowadays, So got Ohio State at 1. And we'll see. I believe they might have had a bye yesterday. So you got Indiana at number 2. And Indiana is also taking names. They pounded UCLA. Game wasn't even close. They pounded them. It was like 56-6 or something like that. So Indiana's not playing. You got the SEC and the Big Ten looking like the best football teams. The SEC and the Big Ten. Got Ohio State, Michigan. They beat Michigan State yesterday, which looked like it was going to be a good game, but Michigan was just too much for them. As Michigan takes a 6-2 record. And it's just, like I said, SEC and the Big Ten is just looking damn good. They're not stopping. Also, you got Georgia Tech at number 7. They pounded Syracuse yesterday, so Georgia Tech is looking good. Like I said, I like these teams, these new teams that's in these top 10, top 15. You know what I'm saying? They came a long way. You know, Georgia Tech came a long way. They at number 7. Let's see if they can keep it up. South Florida was ranked number 18. They lost to Memphis yesterday, 31 to 34. So they're no longer probably won't be in the rankings anymore because Memphis was unranked. No, Memphis is a team you can never underestimate. They keep a good football team. And yeah, South Carolina, Alabama. You know, Alabama's ranked 4th. South Carolina sellers, and they look like they was gonna take the win, but Alabama just prevailed in the end. And they had the game-winning touchdown. They took the W, and they would remain at the top spot. You know, it's a lot of upsets, so you can't underestimate these teams. BYU beat Iowa State. BYU is number 11. You know, BYU is another team I always talk about. They just keep a good football team. You know, they never really just won the championship, but they keep a good team. You can never underestimate a team like BYU as they beat Iowa State. And Illinois was ranked 23. They lost to Washington 42 to 25, so they'll no longer be in the top rankings. Cincinnati beat Baylor. Cincinnati was ranked 21. They beat Baylor. They beat Baylor 41 to 20. And Oklahoma State, Texas Tech. The Texas Tech beat Oklahoma State 42 to 0. It's been a horrible season for Oklahoma State as they are now 1-7. They just haven't been able to get anything going. You know, it sucks to see a team like Oklahoma State having a tough season because that's another team who keep a good team, but it's not going good this year for them. It's Texas Tech or number 14. Let's see if they can sneak into their top 12. Now you have Missouri who just got beat, and so they kind of knocks things back. You know what I'm saying? So we'll see. Also, Oregon, number 6, played Wisconsin, and Oregon won 21 to 7. Looked like it was gonna be a good game because to both teams it was like 7 to 0 at halftime. There was only one score, and you know Wisconsin, that's a team you can never underestimate. They keep a good team, but Oregon pulled out in the win as they remain. And Miami, ranked number 5, beat Stanford. The score was 42 to 7. No, Stanford was no match. Miami also a team who had their one loss. Let's see if they can remain in the top 12 spot. And U of H is unranked, but they are another one-loss team. And they beat Arizona State 24 to 16. Arizona State was ranked 24, so they might want to talk about moving U of H into their top 25 spot, really even more farther down because they are playing some good football this year. So you can't count them out. You know, they only had one loss. Tennessee beat Kentucky 56 to 34. Tennessee is ranked 17. And Louisville beat Boston College 38 to 24. And Louisville is ranked 19. So there's a lot of adjustments that's going to be made. So we'll see how the polls look as the week advances, as we move on to week 10. Like I said, it was another exciting week of college football. So let's all stay tuned as we inch closer and closer to the college football playoffs. Stay tuned and enjoy y'all weekend.